Maine RSU 56 in Dixfield was the first and only school district to ban that book, Genderqueer, last year.
And now the group that got it taken off school shelves wants to add more books to the list.
News on Maine's Jack Mulmid went to Dixfield today to find out which books might be the target of this new effort. He joins us now live. Hi, Jack.
Well, Brian and Hannah, the short answer here is we just don't know. Part of the reason is that the measure would not just pull one book from the school library. Its goal is to remove all books that contain anything with sexually explicit material. The Maine Writers and Publishers Association says a measure like this is a slippery slope and even has the RSU 56 superintendent worried about the legal consequences. For RSU 56 Superintendent Pamela Doyen, the thought of removing a book from her school's library is nothing new.
So the enforcement of that was very simple because we simply took it off our shelves.
The first and only district in the state to ban Genderqueer, a memoir, after parents and others in many other districts that tried something similar failed.
I would not dare to say how the board will vote on these type of things.
But the RSU 56 school board now faced with a much larger and potentially divisive proposal. The possibility of banning all books at the school that have any material of sexual nature. The proposal brought by school board member Kathleen Zostek, who campaigned this year for school board on a promise to crack down on books and teachings about gender and sex.
Hi, this is Kathleen.
We wanted to ask the school board member why she wanted such a broad sweeping proposal.
Is it okay if I ask you why you wrote it or where you got your inspiration from?
No.
She told us she would speak her mind at the school board meeting Tuesday evening and refused to answer more questions.
Well, I will speak my piece in the board meeting.
Okay, sounds good.
All right. Thank you. Bye.
These school board sort of top-down bans are really problematic.
Gibson Faye LeBlanc with the Maine Writers and Publishers Association says the state and schools districts already review materials that are deemed suitable for schools and breaks it down by ages.
If there's anything that's planned to be done in a classroom that has any kind of questionable anything, the teacher will send home a note, clearing that with parents.
I think a policy that could be that stringent certainly needs to go through legal first.
Superintendent Doyen also said the process exists for vetting books and adds that a rule this broad could potentially get them sued.
And I certainly don't want my school district in that kind of position.
And now, despite the broad nature of this proposal, the superintendent told us it seems the school board could be split on this decision. But for now, we should note that tonight's meeting is not a vote. It is for the school board members to decide if they want to even take it up in the first place. But if they do approve that tonight, it will go into a policy meeting to get some edits in the language. Brian, Hannah?
All right. Thank you, Jack.